2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Hi. Hi. How's everybody doing? It's like 10:45. It's pretty early still. Okay, this is a request. It's from Ray Ray. And it's, well, they ask, why is what you desire taking so long? And how can you reach it sooner? So I summed it up to whatever I wrote. What's blocking your desire? Blocking you from your desires? Desire? Or either way, this is the request for the day. It's gonna work. It is working. It's working. I'll get you something to pick from in a second. Oh, this is also one person watching. Hello, one person. Okay. Put the door open. So my curtain might fall. Oh god, this is weird. Okay. Okay, these are confused because they're just sitting there. I don't know. Ooh, the octopus. Ooh, cool. I'm gonna say, careful now we're doing it's nothing. So that's not the problem with doing. What your desire is. Yeah, okay. Got it. I just dropped it and slapped myself. Okay, so this is a request from Ray Ray, and it's what's blocking you from your desires. Okay, so we have option 1, the lamb, option 2, I cannot see, option 2, the scorpion, and option 3, the rabbit. So go ahead and pick your pick, and I'll see you there. It's going to be about 15 minutes for me to shuffle. And probably maybe 20 to 25 minutes per pile. I'm not fully sure yet, but either way, I'll see you there. Cool. So I think I'm going to oh no, the sun. Relax. I hate when the sun goes behind the cloud. It's all dull. So you got it right after us. age groups. I was like 20 years old. I was told you should be watching Archie. This age already? You shouldn't be watching Archie. I'm going to try that. I didn't want to get it. Ah! Interesting. I don't like soap operas. I found this is what do they call it? Netflix. It's called Stranger Things a soap. And I was like, it's a soap? I don't know. No, I don't know. These cards. I don't know how it's a soap. I don't know what a soap is anymore. I was like, I thought it was just a bunch of bad acting, like daily shows. It's a really cold, but just so. Wrestling is a soap. It's got a never-ending storyline. Even animes, it is so weird. But I guess it is maybe if that's the definition of a soap opera. I looked it up once. Someone actually had a reason. I just don't remember it, so I guess not the real. I can't remember what it said. It's called a soap something. There's a reason. Once I got my money. Morning still, I guess. It's only, it's almost 11. It's like the end of the morning. And I have the most weirdest, deepest thoughts. Very sunrise. I don't know. Between the hours of 4 and 8 a.m., I'd be thinking of the strangest things. My mind goes places. It's gonna make me talk a lot. Crafted a food tray for my medications. I was having to count the pills too much. I kept forgetting if I took them already. I'm like, did I take them this morning? And they would count. Yes. Well, sometimes no. But either way, it was bothering me. So I was like, I'm gonna get a pill tray. Yeah. That's how my ex-buddies, like, he thinks I'm talking about him. It's like I made a pill tray for myself. He's like, I don't know, get me a pill tray. I'm like, I'm not buying you a pill tray. And I was like, I got one. I made it. And he's like, oh, what are you, like 90 years old? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm tired of being afraid to take my medication twice. It's a fear of mine. If it was one a day, it wouldn't matter. I don't know. It's like multiple times a day. And I'd be like, wait, did I? He's like, you just use alarms. I'm like, I used the alarm, but then I can't actually remember if I did it. So I was like, this is new. I would never forget like that. I'm like, I can't remember nothing. This is trash. Like, it makes your mind exhausted all the time. Whenever it wants. Anyway. I made this bullshit. And I was just now thinking, because I have one of the moments, and I did I take my pill? And I was like, you got that pill tray, and you did it. And he's like, yes, I totally did it. Because I remember actually pulling out the pill tray. I'm going to color it like a little piece. I'm older than 90 years old if I have one, so it's like, it's funny too, because like an 18-year-old girl was like, you should get a pill tray. And I was like, alright, maybe one day, if I ever have problems. That day came. I'm like, I can't remember if I took my pills. Right? This is getting ridiculous. But I'm not going to hire my kid. I'm not going to have them spending the summer being my pill nurse. Please, good? No. Not for that. There's pill trays for that. drunk person. I think I'm like, someone who's drunk. Okay, or was drunk and they're hungover a bit. They're a little like, what did I do 2 hours ago? Okay, there's a sense of having to regain that. And I don't know, that's new. I had to regain what's going on. I feel like manifesting, because I mean, desires is kind of like your manifestations. Oh, is this the last one? Oh, this is the last one. Okay, I gotta put that. Oh, water. I'm stop right here. Excuse me, but it's gold. Oh, it's cute. I feel like everyone's got that, so it's someone has to do it. Be the person who puts empty cartons back in the fridge, or empty bottles of soda back in the fridge, or empty trays of ice cubes back in the fridge. Anything, it's empty, they put it back, and it's like, I take visual check on everything. I'm like, I don't need milk, I don't need eggs, I don't need these things, they're there. I come home, they're empty, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. So, yes, they're one of those people, and I thought that's fine, but it causes a lot of pain in my ass. I hate been going through that pain in my ass phase. The third this pain in my ass when it comes to keeping this house clean. Why? It's like demons just are literally there to cause destruction. No matter how they try, they're gonna disrupt the home. Even if they're a good kid, they're gonna start leaving empty milk cartons in the fridge. And you're like, why do you do these things? And they're like, I didn't know what else to You tell me, I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, there's a recycling bin for that. What are you talking about? How? I rewind in my mind. I got phenomenal memory, that's what I tell you. Not remembering my clothes is blowing my mind. That's why I don't care to get the coat tray. I'm like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here and I need this thing. Right? But, yeah, man, I wasn't like that when I was a kid. I mean, maybe I was. I don't think I was. Kids are strange. As I'm saying, any way they can, they will disturb the home. Okay? That means it's training time. Either way, one day, I won't have to go grocery shopping, I promise. But either way, okay, that's enough complaints. It wakes me up, okay? But this is a request, and it's from Ray Ray. And it's, what's blocking your desires, okay? So we have option 1, the lamb. Option 2, the scorpion. And option 3, the rabbit. So go ahead and pick your pick. And now see that your pile. Probably going to be about 25 minutes per pile just because they're thick. I don't know, a lot of extra cards fall out. So I'll see you there. Plan accordingly. Oh, there's a problem. Alright. Hold on. Okay. Option 1, oof, okay, the lamb. I don't know how good the brightness is, but I think it'll be right. Alright. Oh, hello, Riki. Yes, happy Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. It is a very pretty Sunday for me. Like, the sky is actually like blue. And I'm doing pretty good. Alright, I've gained weight. Yes. Just a little bit. Okay. Is it maybe about 5 pounds, alright? I'm getting there. Either way, yes, I'm doing good. So, the lamb card. desires. What's blocking you from your desires? I would say maybe you're a bit timid about something. Octopus plus the lamb. It's making me think you're really good at thinking, but the doing, there's a hesitation. It doesn't mean you don't do. Oh, but the queen card, that's what I'm saying. You have queen energy, king energy, male or female, whatever you are. I feel like, so you're not really a lamb, but I feel like you definitely have a sense of not really, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really want to, but you do, you know you need to, so you will. I don't know, the queen, I feel like maybe you're someone who doesn't like to do anything unless you absolutely have to. I don't know, the soldier card, and I feel like maybe you go too far. I don't know, the queen energy is intense, but queen plus the lamb, I mean, that's a really nice person. And have kindness, take respite by a pond, and be kind to yourself and others. So, what's blocking you, I feel like, is the lamb card, honestly. I feel like your mind is plenty able to figure out what you're doing, your desires, and planning your desires, imagining your desires, things like this. Oh, step out of your comfort zone. It's right there. Oh, but North Node. So that's why I'm saying queen energy. You have queen energy, king energy. You know, you have regality to you. Like, what would I call that? I don't know. It's intense though. But either way, and Justice card, you're very strict and fair. You know what I mean? Like, there's a sense of, like, head of the household. There's an independence to you. There we go. Okay, but the lamb card, I feel like this might be something maybe you're not used to doing. Passion, you're following a passion. I don't know. This is a desire and a passion. And it takes you out of your comfort zone. So I feel like in your comfort zone, you are the queen. So this is somewhere where you're going, where you feel like the lamb. The bear card, there's a sense of having to be protective. And the soldier. So I feel like maybe that's, or I feel like what's blocking it, I feel like not doing these things, being the lamb. So I feel like being too much in your thoughts with passion. The bardo, that's making me think of like a hopeless romantic. So if your desire is like a person, like a romance, a love, something like this, if it's, you know what I mean? Because it's passion, so it's going to be all about wands, right? But it's not necessarily about a person. It's just some type of passion of yours. Majority of you it is. Oh, look, we even got the desire card. Oh, just, okay. The tuberose, desire. Be certain of where you place your passion. So I want to say, if you, so you might have tried to, this desire particularly, from a bunch of different angles. You might have started from the most comfortable to the least. And I feel like with the bear card, I feel like you might be kind of stubborn. And little luxuries. So if you like desire change, I feel like you're really comfy where you are, so you kind of wait for change to happen around you. I don't know. So it's like, there's a sense of, you can desire something, and I feel like you can think on it. And I feel like if you allow to just sit and think, I feel like you have powerful manifestation, something like this. You have a manifesting type of mind. And then the fox card, so you have magical, like trickster energy too. So you have magic about you, things like this. So I feel like if you give things time and patience, I feel like it will happen for you. You can do it with just your mind. So you have a desire, and I feel like you can work it, you can make it happen with just your thoughts, like you're imagining it, and I guess you start to naturally work towards it, maybe subconsciously, to make it happen. But show the world the real you. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might be some type of manifestor. But I feel like what's blocking it? I feel like it's not blocked. It's just slow. Okay, the mountain card. It's like you could drive through that mountain, or you could walk. If you walk, it might take you a whole weekend. If you drive, it might take you just 3 hours. We don't know, maybe there's a tunnel. I don't know. Either way, show the world the real you. I feel like you are blocked, but it's like it's you that's blocking you. But it's just because of your own perception. I feel like your mind is very powerful. So I guess the question is, you're not really blocked, you're slowed down, okay? Because of terrain, right? It's just slow. So how do you traverse over this terrain? What do you want to do? I feel like, what can you do existentially? essentially, what can you actually do beyond your mind with all your tentacles? Okay, what can you do that's fair, balanced? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you don't practice magic. There's a sense with the Justice card, I feel like there's something about just being fair, I don't know, and balanced, and waiting your turn, and patience, and things like this. Little luxuries. I feel like you're not very hard like, if you desire money, you don't desire a lot of it. And I'm saying, whatever your passion card is, I feel like, I don't know, the Bear card, I feel like you're someone who doesn't necessarily really need any money, other than just, like, living expensive. It's expensive. You know, maybe just little extras. I don't know. Kindness. I feel like you're very grounded. But your mind is extremely powerful. And the bardo, you might like music. Music has something to do with it. So basically, I'm here to try to help you figure out how to speed up your desire. I can't really pinpoint what your desire is. I feel like all of you have a different desire. Some of you have like multiple desires, right? But you like the flower cards? I do too. Yeah, just talk about stuff like that. Anyway, the bouquet. So that's about giving a gift or getting a gift or Queen of Swords. So okay, what can you do to help speed this up? Like basically unblock, because it feels like a blockage to you, regardless of what it is. Like basically it's happening, but it's happening in nature's space because you're only applying your mind to it. So then it's like you set your subconscious when you do this because you desire it so. You know, and you're desiring whatever you're imagining to be. And then your subconscious is like, all right. And then I feel like it guides you to lead you to these manifestations, to these desires. You know what I mean? Like, it sets up signs and synchronicities for you to pick up on. It sets your brain to look for them. Oh, and then you think of things. So it's like, that's basically nature's space manifesting. So then it comes at when it's supposed to. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't rush it. So like I feel like if you're desiring it and you're wanting to make it faster, so we just need to figure out how to make that faster for you. So I feel like something about talking, your speeches, your talking, I feel like maybe your viewpoint is very fair. I don't know who you are, male or female, the Lamb card. I feel like you have a very innocent mind or an innocent standpoint, but then the Queen card, I feel like you can have an opinion. You very much do. And I feel like, but with the Queen card, you'll have a natural pull. People will follow your opinion or care about it or have an opinion on your opinion. So the Lamb card, I feel like you kind of tend to, like I say, there's a comfort zone for you that you have, that you're going to have to step out of. And I feel like the stepping out is particularly speaking, being more in your Queen energy. I feel like if you've been doing that, then that's speeding it up right there. But kindness, there's a way you have to do this by being kind, fair, regal, noble, lamb, innocent. Like there's a sense of being like a third party in it, in your own manifestation, or whatever it is you're doing that speeds up your talking. If you like to, I don't know, maybe you're trying to be a singer because you have the Bardo card. I feel like something with practicing speech, talking is good for your speech. I feel like daily, I don't know, it said Daisy, but it made me think of daily. So like if you're not someone that talks a lot, I feel like speak. Start getting used to speaking, being more outspoken. But make sure that you're speaking, I guess, when it's the right time. The Justice card. Okay, Everlasting Daisy, Fortitude. Be brave, and dig deep. So I'm saying you gotta like exercise your right to say what's on your mind. Say your opinion. Voice your opinions. Things like this. Kindness, but you gotta just do it from a kind standpoint. You know, this brings you to your desires. Some of you, it's just actually the speech, because it's helping you with your actual vocal cords, or just getting used to hearing yourself. Some people gotta get used to hearing themselves talk. And I feel like you're someone with a lot to say, or you're somebody that has important things to say, whether you have a lot to say or not. And there's lambs out there that want to listen to you, but the lamb card, I feel like you're hiding with them. You know what I mean? Like you're a queen hiding in the lamb. Like, you know what I mean? This is ridiculous. What is it, shepherds? You're like a shepherd hiding in the lambs. Something like that. And these lambs are looking for you. And I feel like, but every now and then you stand up and you expose that you're this. I feel like you have to kind of be this. more. I don't know. So you're gonna have to be more brave, and you're gonna have to dig deep. So I feel like you're gonna have to think, be more deep thinking. Eight of Wands. I feel like this is gonna speed it up like crazy. Passions. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna stop the passions. Like the soap opera, how it was literally taking months and months for them to figure out the killer. I feel like you can speed this up. It doesn't need to take that long, but it can. So this is one of those where you don't have to put stress on it. It's coming. Okay, but yeah, show the world the real you. I feel like you have to somehow stand in your power. Achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. So if you're desiring to win something, it's coming. You're gonna win it. I don't know, something about looking a gift horse in the mouth. Someone might give you something, or people might like to give you things. They might not be the best of things, but I feel like you're very grateful. People like to take care of you and give you things. But I feel like you don't let people give you things unless you feel it's fair. I mean, people might, I feel like, so there's something about allowing people to give you things. Okay, because even as a queen, I mean, they got tons of things given to them. Cakes. Silly things of cake. Listen, I was actually eating some cake last night. It was tasty. I scraped all the frosting off like a good little diabetic, and I ate just the poofy part, which is my favorite. So either way, they give them things. They if they're kings and queens in like those times, they would give them things. You know, they liked them. They followed them. They liked them. They loved them. Whatever. There was a celebrityism to their, you know what I mean? So you have to be more accepting of people giving you things. Achievement, I feel like a lot of you have worked on this particularly. Like you got a little more open with people giving you things. I feel like even just compliments. There's a sense of you being too comfortable as a lamb. Like you just want to blend in, and then I feel like you do not blend in. There's your look, your attitude, it's something, and it starts to slip out. People see that you're not a wolf in sheep's clothing. This isn't sheep's, this is lambs. So I feel like you're just more, I feel like you're very, like, the lamb is not serious, and the queen is serious. So you're kind of more prone and happy and comfortable as not serious. So you kind of gotta get serious. So step out of your mind, step out of your thoughts. You've done deep thinking, you know what I mean? Everyone's in their own areas. But your desire's coming to you. Little luxuries. I feel like this might be your sign. Like when you start getting little things that just make you happy. I don't know, they trigger your lamb, they make you super happy. Okay, and I feel like you didn't have to be the queen to get them. Like they just happened. Like synchronicity luxuries. Like, oh wow, this is great. Buy one, get one free burrito day. I must be hungry. God, I want a burrito. I'm buying a burrito today. I'm doing it. Okay? It's a Sunday. Sunday. This is good. This is burrito. Okay. Clearing. Make room for growth. Talking about burritos. No, I feel like there's something you have to clear. I feel like you can be the lamb and you can be the queen. I feel like you can balance this justice part. You have to learn to balance this. You learn to balance this, and then I feel like you have to work this. And this will speed your manifestations up. This might be what you're uncomfortable with, working. I feel like maybe not jobs. Like you might be able to do work just fine. Like, hey, can you build me this? Yes. Whatever. I don't know what you work as. Can you cook me this sandwich? Yes, I bake you this cookie. You know, like, I don't know. You can go get a job and work just fine. It's not about that. You have good work ethic. Okay? But I'm saying that it's about working people. Like, working them. Like, manipulating. You do not like this. And I feel like you're a secret queen as in a lamb. You're a lamb that's secretly a queen. And I feel like, so you see people work you or try to work you all the time, and you see it and you can't stand it, so you're not someone that works people. But I feel like queen energy, queens don't work people. They're not a fox. I feel like you have fox energy. I feel like you have all the powers to work people. You have the powers of dumb, the powers of intelligence, the powers of, I want to say, just energy, your queen, your attitude. I feel like you have a loud voice, whether you're a loud person or not, and I feel like you need to exercise this voice more. Something about clearing your throat, maybe your throat chakra. If you're someone who's been coughing a lot, this is something with your sign saying it's time for you to start speaking up more. I feel like most of you is just voicing an opinion. But I feel like not rude, not sassy. You know what I mean? The land card. You have to come from the land's perspective, but you gotta have the boldness of the queen, the bravery of the queen. And I feel like just dig deep, it's in there. You're a queen, you're a queen, you're a king, you got it. Okay, not a lot of people got it, a lot of people want it, and you have it. It's you. I feel like, but you like being the land. That doesn't mean you're not the queen. And I feel like a lot of you, okay, so this is making me think of a 50-50 split. Like I say, it's because it's justice card here. There's a sense of being able to connect the two. So some of you, you're more so always very serious at the queen. And you need to loosen up and be more of the lamb, you know? And get more out there. I feel like people experience, socializing, something like this, speaking, unblocking your throat, unblocking, I feel like your perception of caring about, basically people are going to care about your opinion. That's why people might not like it sometimes, or that's why people might seem to cling to it or like jump on it. And it's because you have an energy. You have this. It's in your DNA. It's in your genes. It's something like this in your blood. So so some of you though are more the lamb, and you just have a tendency to do this at times when you need to. You know what I mean? It's like there's a flip. Some of you spend time where you're mostly in queen energy, and then sometimes you're in lamb energy. Sometimes it depends on your crowd, right? But overall, I feel like the goal here is to help whichever angle you're coming from to connect with the other portion of you. If you're too serious, you need to get a little more lighthearted and fun, and just not, I don't know, a little more like the people, you know, a little more relaxed, a little less. I feel like I want to say stuck up. You're probably not stuck up, but people might call you this. But I feel like you might be uptight. You need to learn how to not do this so much. Something with your thoughts. I feel like don't be so strict on yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. You have to do the opposite of what you're normally doing, but it's still a part of you, so it's not like you're really going that far out the comfort zone. You're just visiting that other part of you that you kind of ignore. Okay? The room card. Going out. A lot of you need to go out. A lot of you do go out. This is good. Keep doing this. 10 of Wands. I feel like eventually something is going to force you out of this lamb energy or queen energy. Something's going to force you to let loose. Something is going to force you to get serious. In the room card, and I feel like it happens naturally. That's why I say this is one of those natural desires that you're already achieving. You're someone that achieves great things. I feel like the more you apply yourself, the more you achieve. So this might be something that you might have been applying yourself extensively. It depends on your angle here. It's two different parties. One powerful mind, right? But you've either been very strict and cold and, you know what I mean? And you need to get more let loose to help this manifestation come faster. But life will force you this way either way. Or you are the lamb card, but you are very, very, very smart. People underestimate you, things like this. People that you're more of like hiding in the shadows, and you just see the way people are treating other people as that mentality. That's why I say you have a perception to you that is this, whether you are on that side or that side, the queen or the lamb, right? So whichever side you've been on is the one you need to start to focus the opposite of. The comfort zone, stepping out of which one you're most happy in. The bear card, I feel like, I don't know, there's a sense of being okay with being alone and okay with people rejecting your opinions, your views, your speech, anything you're saying. They'll reject anything. They'll even maybe insult your actual voice or like the word choices and things like this. Anything, I feel like this is just to shush you. Because, I don't know, there's a sense of people will try to shush you. So that might be why you're like more of the lamb. Overall, whatever it is you're desiring, it's requiring you and forcing you, because your mind is desiring this for a reason, I feel like, and it's been set to get this, and it's already in motion. And I feel like it's coming at a really good pace. So I feel like if it's been blocked, I feel like there's been a recent unblockage that maybe we just don't know about. So now that blockage isn't quite there, and you have the power to actually use your tentacles, not just your mind. You can actually get hands-on with this. So it's suggesting socializing. I don't know. And I feel like not necessarily romantically, not at all. I feel like with anyone, just voicing your opinions on anything and being open with, being okay with the rejection process. I guess getting comfortable with rejection, things like that. criticism, stuff like that. I feel like the lamb card, just that's why you have to learn to slide in and out. So you're not really working the people, you're more like working yourself. Because basically I feel like if you overspeak, you just you wish you hadn't. You'd rather have been the lamb. If you were the lamb and someone tries to con you or bully you or something, you wish you would just you might stand up and be the queen depending on how far it goes, you know? But you sit as the lamb like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this person's treating me this way. You know what I mean? Like there's an intelligence to you. You're not a lamb, but I feel like you definitely fit in with them and you like it, so you prefer it. Or you don't. You go through phases maybe even. But overall, I feel like you need to be able to trans in and out of being extremely serious and being very lighthearted and, you know what I mean, a sense of humble humility. You need something like this. But overall, I feel like what you desire isn't necessarily super duper duper big of a deal. I feel like you desire lots of little things, and those will come to you very easily. I feel like a lot of people will give you these things. If you just start talking about it, I don't know, they'll naturally come to you as a gift somehow. Like, if you're, I don't know, literally, like, say you voice, oh, I want to buy this for my pet, right? And you talk about it maybe months ago. You're not going to work someone for it. You probably could go out there and try to be like, hey, would you be interested in maybe getting this for my pet? You haven't, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of owe me because of this, that, and the other. Maybe you have a reason. You don't think to do this. You're the lamb card. You don't come at it this way. But if you start to actually socialize to people and discuss it, it ends up coming to you somehow. All by subconscious mistakes. So like, that someone will end up giving it to you and be like, hey, I bought one of these and I ended up not needing it and it's non-returnable. Do you want it? Or I tried to sell this at a garage sale and it didn't work. No one would buy it. Do you want it? You know what I mean? Like, it's something like this. It'll just happen organically. So I think this is kind of how you're used to manifesting, and you've been practicing like this. So I feel like this is great. So if there's been a blockage to that, I feel like you just got, it's with your socializing. You have to get the word out there for things that you might need in life. The lamp card, just because you're a queen. See, that's the thing. People don't realize about those royalties. They're broke. They have nothing. It's all the country. They just, while they're in position, it's theirs. So it's like a loan. It's temporary. And people give them the everything. And if you go back even further in time, it was all sloppy. But yeah, they're just kind of like chosen and given everything. Given everything. The royal, oh my gosh, all those jewels, okay, in England, they're all given to the family throughout history and kept and held for the country. And that's just the family chosen to curate it, so to speak. I mean, if you really fundamentally break it down. But the type of people that, I don't know, there's a facade to it all. And also there's an energy to it. So these people end up in these positions of power and things like this because of their energies. People choose them. You know what I mean? But overall, just because you're a queen doesn't mean you're rolling around in dough and family jewels. It means you might have them, but they're not yours. You know what I mean? Like, so you might be someone that comes from family money. That doesn't make it yours. You go out, I don't know, as we say, you might, the lamp card, people want to give you things. And you have a tendency to not want to take them because you're not quite in need. Right? You might have good finances. I feel like you have great finances. But overall, you might have a lot of extra. You might not. Little luxuries. I feel like you don't require a lot. There's something about your mind. I don't know. You're more into things that don't cost money. Work your mind. You do things like this. Creative outlets. So overall, that's the lamp card. So you have to learn how to traverse through both of them. I feel like to get through any hesitations that you have with speaking up. You know, not playing dumb, but don't be afraid to be the dumb part of yourself. You know what I mean? The lamb. And I mean, there's a sense of getting humble and also remembering that you're royal. Okay? So don't forget that you're royal, but don't also remember to be humble. There's a sense of being able to traverse it on and off. So if you shoot out your queenly opinion, go into lamb energy and be prepared for mud or something, so that way you don't actually, it doesn't block you. I feel like how you respond to things like this will block you. It'll upset you. I feel like you being upset blocks your manifestations. So I feel like that's maybe why you like the lamb energy, because things happen. But if you want to speed it up, you got to be more of the queen. You got to be more assertive and you got to take charge more. But you got to do it with kindness and justice. You can't just make way, the queen's coming through. No, you have to actually be respectful. I don't know. Either way, it's something about your speech and talking and expressing things, sharing your opinions, stuff like this. This is actually somehow going to help you with your desires. I'm not sure what your desires are, but this will help you with it. I feel like maybe just having your needs met. You know, I feel like getting a job, it could be anything, but it's to meet your needs. So either way, I hope that helps. And I hope you get your desires. Okay? Alright. I'd have to Google what that even is. Brian should. I want Brian should come in relation with me. Guessing that's someone's name. I really don't know. Either way, option 2, Scorpion. So wow, the octopus and the scorpion. So your desires, I feel like you have one particular desire. Passion. I feel like it might be romance. You might desire a person. Desire. It could be certain of where you place your passions. That's what I'm saying. There's a certainty. That scorpion's stinging. Right? Jack of Wands. The Bear card. 10 of Wands. So there's a sense of being fed up with whatever it is you're desiring. And it not coming to you. I feel like if this is a person, I feel like you can't force that. I don't know. Not unless you do magic and sorcery and manipulation and things like this. You can't control others. They do what they want. So I feel like if this is about a person, they know you desire them, and I feel like they desire you back, and there's some sense of mind tactics. Okay, the octopus card, and then the fox card, playing tricks, being tricky, things like this. So I feel like you might not be on the same page as this other person. So I feel like you might desire a person, and that person is trying to manifest you. So you might be. I feel like that makes me think that you're not desiring a particular person. So you're basically trying to find. You desire passion. I feel like straight up from the person, and you're seeking it. I don't know. And I feel like there's someone that better. But there's someone that does desire you, though. So this might be what you're desiring, if this is making sense. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, no, I'm starting to tongue tie here. Tongue twisters. Okay, so you're desiring, I want to say, a concept. Maybe at times it's a person, right? I feel like if you start dating, then I feel like that desire becomes the person because of the desire concept. You have a passion concept, a love desire, something like this, kindness. It's centered around kindness. The Scorpion card, I feel like there's a sense of being like not happy if people aren't kind to you. I don't know, you're very quick to, I want to say, with the whip card, I don't know, you're someone who can only work with soulmates. I feel like you will whip people, the soldier card, you will stand alert the minute you feel like someone is not being kind to you. I feel like accidents don't count. You go by your instinct and your feel. So it's like people can be unkind to you all the time, but based off of the whole setup, you'll go by how you feel if it was personal, or you know what I mean, like if it was meant to be mean. So it's like you don't necessarily get angry or upset at unkind people or expect kindness from people, but you can sniff meanness, and you don't like it. And I feel like, I don't know, there's a sense of coming from, you're that type of person. The whip card, and I feel like you're very outspoken. The soldier card, you're very passion card. I feel like you're very passion ruled, right? Believe in the impossible, though. You might have a temper, but I feel like you're very kind, though. Take your spite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. So I feel like you're extremely kind to people. So I feel like you're only I feel like you're only whipping like that. I feel like if someone's mean to you. So overall, what's blocking your desires? If it's like just passion, romance, a good relationship, something like this. I feel like is nasty behaviors. You're not really getting along with people. And I feel like there's really nothing you can do about this. But we do need to calm you down and kind of reset you, because maybe you just have, maybe someone's got you upset. I feel like someone might be in the background trying to keep you in this mental state of blocking yourself. I feel like you're blocking yourself here at times. Dream sweet, sleep deep. So you might need a good sleep. So if you're someone who hasn't been sleeping lately, I feel like try to get some sleep. But overall, sleep matters for your desires. In order for you to get some desires, in order for you to reach your desires the way you want to, you need to be well rested overall. So it's like, if you're not getting good sleep, maybe you're busy, feel like don't work on your desires. Don't even do things. I don't know, if you desire dating, feel like skip dating while you're busy until you're unbusy enough to where you can get some rest. I feel like this blocks you. But overall, there's someone that likes you, that's manifesting you. And I feel like, but you particularly, they like you and they're trying to, you're their desire, and they're trying to manipulate and get you to them, right? And you're more so just desiring a concept and looking around for people. So you might have looked at this person and viewed them as your passion, you know what I mean? This lover here. You might have already viewed them this. They might have been someone you dated. But overall, it's just someone off on the side, and I feel like you don't talk to them. The Scorpion card, you might have been mean to them. Like they believe in the impossible. I feel like you don't expect it to be this person. So you have a secret admirer. They're blocking you from manifesting. Manifesting or desiring. They're blocking your desires with romance. If you don't have a desire in romance, that's really all this is about so far. So I feel like you can stay tuned. It might switch up. I might be able to find another angle. This is mostly just about romance, like just a relationship, okay? And I feel like you desire this, but if it's got passion, it's got sex, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good relationship that you're trying to manifest, and you desire this. So I feel like you meet a person, you like them, you put them as your focal point for that desire, and I feel like you begin to work, you manifest it. Sweet, dream sweet, sleep deep, you begin to date them, something like this, and I feel like you start to settle it as your perfect relationship, and I feel like it either works or it doesn't. So this could be an ex that you tried to date. But overall, a lot of you maybe know, I feel like there's something where they're out of reach. They're at arm's reach, like they can't really get to you. So that's one of the reasons why they're blocking you, because they don't want you dating around, but they want to date you. So they're trying to get you to date them. Block anyone else until you date them. So, and I don't know for sure, a lot of you have dated this person. I feel like this person was an object of your desire at some point. Even if it was even just in a dream. This person sends you sexy dreams even. This person comes to you in your dreams or tries to, they're trying to. Even the impossible. I feel like this is someone else in your mind. And they block your desires. They like interfere your desires. So like if this person sends, if you're thinking of other things, this person somehow picks up on it. They very much desire you. Wow. So be certain of where you place your passions. So this is maybe someone who talks you out of dating, something like this. But overall, your sleep matters. You need to be well rested, and I feel like then you can socialize and passion. I feel like Bardo, I feel like romance comes to you. And I feel like, but maybe they're just, with the Soldier card, I feel like there's a sense of you having to filter them out, to judge. So I feel like you have a very good judge of character. You judge people very well. I feel like instinctively, mentally, you might just go with the flow. You're not sitting there trying to. You just do this, right? And I feel like kindness. You have to be more kind, more warm. Step out of your comfort zone. You might not be used to being these things. I feel like this leads you there. I feel like because overall, you're trying to lead to this octopus. This is the passion. This is the desire. Whether you know it or not, we're just putting it as an octopus. But here's the kicker. I feel like the octopus is trying to get you to get to them too. But there's a sense of, because you don't have a label particularly on the desire, it's open. You get what I mean? Like, if this is a relationship you're desiring a type of relationship. So the position's open. So I feel like you're not focused on this person. You don't see it the same way as this person. So like this is like one person believes in like twin flames, or they had a premonition or something. There's a surety. There's a something, a sure bet to this person. This person knows. At least this is a perception. They know you are theirs for them. They like remember a past life together. They know this, they know this, they know this. Believe in the impossible. I feel like they would never tell you this. So you would have to believe in this, in what I'm saying. And like, it's kind of impossible to think. I feel like because this person's nowhere near you. They swam off the octopus card. They met you. They's like, okay, so now they just keep you in their life, and they keep you at a distance. And they know that the dreams, they might have had dreams about you. They're manifesting you. They're seeing synchronicities where it's working. They've stepped out of their comfort zone. They're following a passion. So I feel like they're doing the same thing as you. So I feel like you're open to it not being any particular person, but this person's fixated it on it being you. So I feel like they're going to sabotage anyone you do try to date, because they're trying to be the one to date you. And I feel like that maybe they can't, maybe you won't let them, maybe you don't like them, something like this. The Poet card. Or slim pickings, you don't got a lot of people around you. But this person sees, they're a soulmate of yours, regardless. The Judge card, though, I feel like if you have dated this person, you've judged them to be maybe just, I don't know, maybe not interested in you. I feel like they didn't want you to know, or they already have let you know and they ran off. I don't know, but the Poet card, I feel like what's going to help speed up your desires? Something with music. Shooting. I feel like shooting your shot. The Poet card. This is making me think of telepathy. So I want to say, not sure what, like, if you're desiring a relationship, I feel like maybe start practicing telepathy. I don't know, you gotta try to connect to other octopi. Not particular this guy or girl, whoever they are, right? But I feel like you need to somehow get more into the stepping out of your comfort zone. I feel like researching, looking into telepathy, trying to work mental communications. And I feel like, I'm not sure how that speeds it up for you. Oh, the Apocalypse card. Okay, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. There's a sense of transforming and stepping out of your comfort zone. I feel like if you're someone who stays home a lot and just sleeps, you know what I mean? Like you kind of tend to stay home and not ever do anything. If you going out for a night out, getting drunk even, or doing anything, I feel like if you do anything, that's impossible. I feel like that you don't do this. I feel like with the Apocalypse and the Scorpion card, you might be a Scorpio particularly, but if not, you have strong Scorpio placements, maybe a Scorpio rising, something like this. But overall, we gotta shake that. We cannot let you dwell. I feel like you might be someone who dwells in something. You might, you know what I mean? Sweet sleep. You gotta sleep on things. Basically, kindness. This is what you need. 10 of Wands. I feel like you might blow up on people. Things like this. You might tend to stay home. You get in an argument with people. You stay home. You know what I mean? You isolate. Things like this. I feel like you might be difficult. Difficult to date, difficult to be around, something like this. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. The Apocalypse card. So you're someone that starts fresh, tears it down and starts over. You know what I mean? So overall, I feel like something with getting used to talking out loud, like telepathy, talking to the person of your desires, right? Talking to I feel like making them an imaginary person in a sense, but they're not imaginary at all. They're this octopus. So a lot of you've already met them in person even. Sweet asylum clarity. Right paths of understanding will open. So I feel like what's blocking your desires is not fully understanding something. Sleep helps you come to that realization, so maybe some dreams. I feel like if all you're doing is sleeping, I feel like you need to maybe get out of the house more. Something about getting fed up with something and getting in a fight, arguing or something like this. Like you're quick to do this, argue with people. Judge. We have to get more strict with when you actually, because basically When you argue with people, it's good, but let's not waste your energy. We don't need to be draining your energy. If you're someone busy, you'll be fine with not a lot of sleep as long as you're not draining yourself. You know, so I feel like if you're wasting your time while you're tired arguing with people, this is the thing you need to, this is blocking you from your desires. I feel like you have to be more judgmental on your actions, basically, on your temperaments, on when you blow up. Clarity, bright paths of understanding will open. I feel like this gives you mental clarity. I feel like you might blow up on people and then you might not like it. Step out of your comfort zone. You might make people extremely uncomfortable when you blow up on them. And I feel like maybe they don't expect it because you're kind. But overall, you have to, I don't know, something about more temperance. Being more tempered. Okay, fire. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. So I feel like maybe you don't notice this about yourself. With the clarity, the fire, kindness, and scorpion, okay, and passion and apocalypse, you know what I mean? Like you might be a little passionate, overly passionate. You might have, with the Jack of Wands, you might be real quick like a whip, you know what I mean? Like you might, 10 of Wands, you know what I mean? You might go 0 to 100 real quick. I feel like, but overall, I feel like it's not really a bad thing. You just need to pick and choose your battles better. The Poet card, I feel like something with telepathy. Your mind picks up on the unseen. So that's why you'll pick up on you'll get angry and you'll argue with someone. Say you're at like a restaurant or like a McDonald's, anywhere at the cashier, you'll pick up on their subconscious hatred towards you or meanness towards you, and you don't like it, so you blow up on them. But then everyone else looking didn't pick up on this, the poeticness behind their words or actions. They don't see it the same as you. So you end up looking like an angry person when you're really not. That person was actually terrible. You were absolutely right. But people will act like you're being outrageous. So we need to calm you, basically, if that makes sense. But not change you. Just pick and choose better. There's a sense of retreat. Yes, I feel like retreating in your own mind. I feel like limiting your apocalypses in life. Fire, stop burning everything. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're someone who allows bridges to be burned. I feel like you need to maybe stop trying to do that. Be more repairing. Retreat. Spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in nature's sweet scents. Okay? And then the fish card. It's more about dreaming. So I feel like maybe you've had a dream. And this dream was something that you would desire. Like maybe you didn't have any desires or you had other desires. But now we're talking about a particular desire. You had a dream. It might be a relationship, a person. Something like this. You desire them. Now that you've had this dream, I don't know, you enjoy sleeping, you like this person. Clarity. You get some insight that makes you see something more clear. Bardo, that's making me think of romancing. Right? There's something about where you were misunderstanding their angle, something like this. You were probably angry, the fire card. But maybe you don't talk to this person anymore. So now you want to maybe manifest them back. I feel like, so maybe you do have an identity on this octopus for yourself. But overall, I think that's what it's saying, that basically you've already met someone that's a soulmate, and a bear, and a soldier. Like, they're all these great things. They're the object of your desire. They are that puzzle piece for your perfect picture of a relationship. I feel like it's not perfect. It's your version of it, right? The Bardo, it's your own passions. It's your own romantic love story over there. The Poet card. You might be very good with your words, or maybe you just like a lot of music. But overall, you have this person somewhere in your life. They see themselves as that person to you. They've never mentioned it. Maybe they've mentioned they liked you, maybe they've took you on dates, maybe they've expressed somehow that they're interested, but they've never expressed that they think you're like a soulmate partner, right? But you sense that you have this, you're searching for this, you're trying to find, this is your desire, but I feel like burn bridges, I feel like you don't talk to anybody. Any of your exes or any of the people you were dating, I feel like you don't talk to them anymore. You're thinking it's going to come from someone new. I feel like that's the blockage. That's what's slowing it down. It's someone you've already met, and that's why they're blocking you even. So it's kind of like your subconscious sabotages other relationships, and so does that other person's subconscious. because I feel like you've already met them and they desire you and are manifesting you, and you desire them, question mark, and are desiring them, you see, and manifesting them. So it's happening. You're both aligning to the same manifestation, so you're both going to be together. You get what I mean? Your manifestations, your desires align. So things start to brew. So it's like you can speed it up by, I guess, stop looking elsewhere. Think on your exes maybe. Think about a dream that you've ever had. Believe in the impossible. I feel like whoever this person is, maybe they're at a distance. Believe in the impossible. They might come to you one day. The Queen of Hearts. And then the King of Pentacles here. So I feel like something about a social life and loving. I feel like getting used to love and kindness. I feel like what's blocking you, I feel like not being super open. You're these things. You're the Queen of Hearts and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like, how is it blocking you though? I don't know. There's a sense of recognizing it in yourself. You might think you're just this Scorpio, rawr, and you're fire, rawr, no one wants me, rawr, it's impossible. Let me go to sleep, no one loves me, I'll sleep alone forever. You might be this way, but I'm like, it ain't true. You're the Queen of Hearts. You're someone that loves, loves, loves. I feel like you know how to love people very well. You care for people. So you're someone that would feed and clean and cook and just, or work and drive, and you would do things for the other person. That's why you're desiring a person that fits your life for you, because you have a value. You know your value. You just might have forgot it. The King of Pentacles, I feel like that is no joke. You know what I mean? You might own businesses, things like this, or you have, or you know what I mean? You have the ability to. Might have a lot of connections. You might have a big social group overall, but I feel like with relationships, you don't never stay connected with any of your exes, or maybe you do a bit, but I don't know, Judge card, I don't know, there's a sense of how it ends. So I feel like you're very fiery, so it's like in the Apocalypse card, I feel like we need to just basically put a scale on that. When do you do it? I feel like only do it when it's absolutely worth it. Clarity. I feel like make sure you're clear and understanding. So I'm going to say no jumping the gun, no overreacting, things like this. This makes me think of an Aries. Like no popping off, like staying calm until you know more. And then you can maybe still pop off, but hold on. You know what I mean? Sense of holding back. So maybe you've had to do this with this person. But overall, what's blocking and slowing down your desires, I feel like, is yourself. So I want to say, right now, you're in a state of maybe needing to take time out and only being with friends and being independent until you can remember that you're the lover here, that you're the Queen of Cups. Okay? And I feel like even if that means being alone, like single, completely, no dates, no nothing, I feel like nothing, maybe just existential chatting. The Child card. Twice. Okay? So if you're like a single parent, I feel like you have 2 children maybe. Okay? But if not, that's what I'm saying. You're looking for a particular type of person to fit your life. But if not, I feel like you there's an immaturity to you, but there's a sense of one's a baby and one's older. So I feel like there's a growth to you. So you're someone who's capable of growing. Once you see with clarity, once you see what you've done, I feel like you grow from there. So if someone was to tell you you're being really mean, you would maybe snap right back into it. The kindness card, you would reevaluate it. So I feel like you're capable of these things. You might have gone cold, or you believe in the impossible. You might have forgot about all this love, this I feel like youthful love to you, this innocence to you. You're able to you want people to see your innocence, you know what I mean? But you have to still see that other people are innocent too. So I feel like there's a sense of you maybe misunderstanding people and being angry at them over it. So I feel like we gotta kind of slow that down. That's blocking your manifestations. Any immature acts you do to anyone, and I feel like children matters. I feel like doing something great for children, being kind to children, helping children, giving gifts. Like if you like to donate to children. But I feel like do like those local things where they buy gifts, like the donate gifts, like for Christmases. Those actually do get to the kids. I feel like when you donate money to just aimless causes, like at Walmart, you don't know what happens with that. You know what I mean? that I feel like there's a sense of like maybe find like a shelter and go directly there and give that shelter money particularly for them to spend. And then there's a sense of giving to children. So like if you have children, I feel like you would spoil them. You'd take great care of them. And I feel like if you have your children, I feel like this is a direct manifesting for you. I feel like kindness, luxury, that doesn't mean spoil them and make them terrible kids. No. I feel like there's a sense of raising your kids well. So there's or even having kids, if you have had kids, maybe that's clues for this person. Maybe you have 2 kids with this person. But overall, what's making it take long? I feel like if any of you have had kids, that's gonna definitely put a pause on things. So I feel like maybe your kids gotta be older for some of it. Certain things. I don't know, as I say, there is a particular quality, trait, person. You need a particular type of person to fit your life, to fit your personality, your life, whether it's because you got a lot of kids or whether you're very immature. Something. You need someone who's understanding. The soldier card, you need someone who's very serious. You need an octopus like this. So it's like, this is a good person for you, whoever it is that's trying to manifest you. That's why I say it's aligning. You're manifesting them and they're manifesting you. And overall, I feel like you're going to get what you desire. But I feel like, believe in the impossible. You got to believe in the impossible that it's someone you've already met. I feel like you didn't necessarily date them, but you stung them. You weren't nice to them. You whipped them. You were mean to them. The Bardo, I feel like I don't know. They might have deserved it. They might have deserved it. That's what I'm saying. There's a sense of this person still wanting and desiring you. So there's in clarity. So maybe they understand you now. Maybe they understand what happened. Maybe they understand that you misunderstand. Bright paths of understanding will open. You have to start to be more understanding of other people's terrible behaviors because you have them just as much as anyone else. And I feel like you have them to a degree where it ruins relationships. And you've ruined a lot of relationships. So this is someone where you feel like you've ruined the relationship with them because of your apocalypse. I feel like you haven't because I feel like this person was deserving of it. I don't know. You can sleep well on that one. But overall, they desire you. And I feel like you have to somehow put a label on who you desire. And then it'll start to really speed it up. It'll give you more, I don't know, you have to get clarity. Something about a dream. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that brings you some clarity, right? And I hope you get your desires going. Right? They seem to be just like right on the precipice. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed. You have a great week. Bye. Oh, that's cool. Hello. I missed when you wrote that. Wow, that was like an hour ago. So sorry. Either way, option 3, no wait. Option 3, the rabbit. So I want to say, what's blocking you from your desires? Little luxuries. I don't know. Distractions. You get distracted easily. The gem card. This is kind of like your mind. Your mind is very powerful. The gem. I feel like people can actually use your mind for insight, for info, for something. People ask for your opinions a lot, maybe. People want to know what you know or what you think. Kindness. I feel like you're nice. I don't know, you entertain this, you're kind. These maybe are friends of yours. So I feel like what's blocking you from your desires? Your friends. The people that poke this gem nature in you. I don't know, I feel like maybe you have a lot of people trying to have sex with you. You might be very sexually attractive, or you have just a lot of energy to you. But the Harmony card, you're easy to get along with. I don't know. So I feel like this blocks you. They get in your way. I don't know why. The Bear card, 10 of Wands, I feel like there's a sense of being fed up. Octopus card, taking things in action into your own hands. The Soldier card, standing up and, I don't know, being brave. Passions card, okay, it's making me think of standing up, okay, being horny. Having your boner stand up, something like this, male or female, you get turned on somehow, right? Step out of your comfort zone. I feel like this is not that it's uncomfortable, but this isn't an everyday occurrence. So overall, I want to say Your sex drive might slow you down. Desire. I feel like sexual desires that are on the side, little luxuries, kindness that you just entertain. And I feel like this is what slows down your desires in life. I'm not sure what you're desiring. You could be desiring all of this. And I feel like that's not the case. Maybe you're desiring lots of little luxuries and things like this. I feel like friend groups get in your way if you're trying to get sex. Things like this. They cock block you. You got a cock block around you. I feel like it's blocking all desires, no matter what they are. They might live with you, harmony. Okay? With love and care. So it's someone that's doing it from a perspective of love and care. They try to distract you from people that catch your attention and give you boners. And they see it as that's passion. You shouldn't be chasing that. I don't know. This person's trying to keep you, like this is someone that thinks you need to go, you should go get in the military, or you should be working, or you should work here. 10 of Wands, work, whip, whip, whip. Jack of Hearts, oh, but I love you, you're my soulmate. So it's like, this is like, I feel like whoever this is, I feel like this is like an angry spouse, or an angry relative, or just a really overbearing friend. I don't know, or just a really terrible boss. But overall, I feel like they make you uncomfortable, and all they're trying to do is distract you from your desires. What are your desires? It could be anything. You could literally be like, I desire this game. They're going to try to block you. Oh, I desire getting burritos. They're going to try to block you. Oh, I desire going on a date with this man. They're going to try to block you. Like, if you're talking to your boss and you're like, I got a date to go to the movie. I got asked on a date. They'd be like, really? Well, tell me about it, basically. I love and care about you. You share. You know what I mean? They want to know. You do. And then, oh, what do you know? You got to work that day. There's nothing you can do about it. And oh, I forgot you even had that date. You told me so long ago. I didn't even think about it. No one's thinking about your life. Come on now. But they are. So as I say, you actually have people around you directly trying to block, I want to say, your love life, particularly. But that's just where they start, because they're basic. They're very fundamentally basic. I don't know. They're working from instinct. So that makes me think this person has an attraction to you and they can't have you. Whether it's gender preferences, availabilities, something. So subconsciously, they're sabotaging you left and right. Desire. Oh, they desire everything you desire, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, so if you start to want to date someone, you set your eyes on someone to date, they're going to try to somehow ruin that. Even if it means going behind your back and, like, I don't know, being mean to you with them. Like, something like this. Work through your fears. That might be an issue of yours. Like, you're worried that this person would do that to you. I feel like they definitely would. So you have to work through that fear. That fear, just because of fear, see, people get deluded. Just because you have a fear or an anxiety or a worry, that does not mean it isn't real. No matter how outrageous it could be. The chances of it being realistic, you know, no matter how irrational they could be, the chances of them being real are slim, but that does not, you cannot discredit that. It's just how some people are. I feel like there's something about the kindness. I feel like this person might be overly kind. But overall, it's fake. Overall, so you attract a lot of fake people overall that try to sabotage anything that you desire, because it becomes their desire. They try to take it from you. I don't know. This person, little luxuries. I feel like this person has plenty. Like, this is like, if you're single, this person's married, has a kid, has everything, like has a good life, so to speak, but yet they're gonna sneak around and try to sabotage you from having the same. I don't know, is there a sense of this person, I don't know, it's not very nice, but overall, that's directly slowing you down. Bardo, I don't know, something about your music, maybe they like your music, they try to they don't let you listen to your music, that's weird, they only listen to theirs, and I feel like you don't necessarily dislike their music. Something about their music, they're pushy about it. I don't know, you try to play your music and they maybe insult it, or they try to act like, I don't know, they try to act like you don't got good this music. This is someone that insults you. Low key, as fuck, but it's because they desire you. So I feel like if you desire anything, a game, a job, a relationship, this person tries to pull the soulmate card on you and tries to act like you owe them somehow, you've known them for a long time somehow, or maybe they work that you're someone like this. You're very, I want to say noble. I feel like, but you have integrity to you. I don't know. You're very kind. You'll overextend. So this person knows it, and I feel like so they'll always try to make you overextend to get you from not being able to follow whatever the passion is, whatever your desire is. You have a direct person in your life slowing you down, blocking you, and it's because you're the object of their desires, and they can't have you either because you don't want them, because they just can't. They have the good life. They really don't want you. They just don't want you to go. They don't want you to want something. There's a sense of them being jealous of you to the extent of like say you were able, say you paint really nice. This person would never tell you that you paint really good. They wouldn't tell you to go sell it. They would just talk. I don't know. They would never try to support you with anything. This is like a terrible person to be around. And of course they're a blockage. Like how could we not, like, I don't know. The coffin card, 9 of Pentacles, maybe they're really good at hiding it. This could be a covert narcissist, something like this. The octopus card, I feel like they pay so much fucking attention to you. Oh, they think they know everything about you, and I feel like you're the gem. Nobody knows everything about you. You don't even know everything about you. You realize things all the damn time. That's what I'm saying. This person's just a cock block in life. They're going to block you from anything that will get you to grow. Anything that makes you excited, they're going to somehow find out what it was and try to make you not interested, ruin it for you. They're going to do something. And this is a fear of yours because it's real. Forget me not. So remembrance, memories, and the past hold the key. So this person, you might have known them for a while, or they've just really, they backstabbed you in the past. At least one time there's a backstab here. And I feel like that backstab is a direct reason why you're blocked in a particular desire. You have, I don't know, your desires change up all the time. Maybe you, with little luxuries, I feel like you might be someone who's really good at seeing and thinking of something and then going and doing it. So it's like if you desire, you want to buy a VR set, you're going to go to work and you're going to buy it. I don't know, you're going to plan it out, you're going to be buying it on my next paycheck. I don't know, you have the luxury to do this. And I feel like this makes this person's jealous of you. I feel like if you buy anything for yourself, they feel like you don't deserve it. You should be working harder. As I said, this person is, and they're a fucking block. Okay, the coffin card, this person wants you sleeping alone. They don't want you busy. They want you focused on the gem, whatever it is that whatever desire you want that directly benefits them, they want you doing. They don't want you doing anything else, even if it's a person. They're like, no, that person will wake them up to the concept that I'm controlling them, or that person will take them from me. This person feels like they own you and claim, like there's a claim, an ownership to you. Ugh. Either way, I feel like how can we speed this along? I feel like you have to forget me nots. I feel like you got to forget about this person. Get them out of your mind. They have a space in your mind. You got to stand up in your mind and take a look around and be like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you acting like you know how to run that corner of my brain? You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Go in your own brain. This person has literally dug themselves into your brain. I feel like, and they work your fears. So this is someone that you're close enough to where you consider them like a best friend, and you would like kind of like, you would talk to them. Like, they're kind of like there with you. You know what I mean? There's a comfort with them. There's an attachment with this person. But I feel like it's them to you, not you to them, and you need to see that. So that's something you need to know. So that I feel like you can just basically, because they can stay in your mind, but they got to know that you know they're there, or else they're going to run the show. They're going to do things in your mind. They're going to stress you out, cause worries, make you second guess talking to that girl that walked by that was pretty, or boy that walked by that's pretty. Second guess that friend that you have, the 10 of Wands. Make you, pin you against people that they see that are going to help you grow out of whatever slump they got you stuck in. You know what I mean? The gem card. Basically, you're a gem, and this person's like compressing you into a diamond. And I feel like they've already did it. You've already did it. You know what I mean? You're the diamond in the rough. You're not just a gem. You know what I mean? You're the gem. So I feel like you can go do something. I don't know. There's a sense of 9 of Pentacles. You're on your own, and you can manifest. You're single. I don't know, this attracts a lot of the people though. This person's jealous that you're single, so this person doesn't really like, if this person's not single, they wish they were you, so they could be single and do all the things you don't do, but you don't do them because they block you from them. anything you try to show interest to, like any bunny hops you take over to something new. This person's like, say you're a bunny and you're going and walking over to go sniff a new flower. This person's gonna step on that flower and say, you don't want to sniff that, it's poisonous. It totally wasn't. They're just saying that so that you won't do something that they can't do. I don't know. But memories in the past hold the key. Insight. Open the third eye to strengthen intuition. So I feel like you have a very powerful intuition. I feel like if you have some type of anxiety disorders or fear issues or worry problems, things like this, don't discredit them. I feel like keep them to yourself though. The octopus card, I feel like study them. Look into them. Every fear has a reason. It's just the amplification is depending on your conditions, I want to say. If you're chilling, I feel like you could have something terrible happen, your worst fear, but you can handle it easily if you're ready for it. Like if you're chilling, if you're in a good harmonious mental state. This person likes to keep you in an unharmonious mental state so that you can't really be grounded and handle fear and issues properly. You have to run to them to ask them for help or something. You know what I mean? They're creating a need for them in your life that you don't actually need. And there's a sense of waking up to it. You wake up to this, you realize this person's trying to control you. You're going to want to argue with them. Kindness, you're going to be angry. No, I feel like you just have to put them in the right places. Insight. You've kind of been picking up on this. Follow your insight. Don't follow this person. Go with your own guts. You're the rabbit card. Follow your passions. Okay? Anything this person sabotages that you actually genuinely, passionately wanted in life, even if it's a person, I feel like they're going to step on even your soulmate. Your soulmate will still be around. This person can't step on a soulmate relationship. They can't kick a soulmate. They can kick them when they're down and kick them out and kick you and kick y'all and beat y'all up, you know what I mean, and make y'all not really want to talk to each other. But if you go and hop over to that soulmate and talk to them, they're going to talk to you. That person might come over and step on it and stop it, but they'll always be open to talk to you. They're your soulmate. You'll always be able to reconnect with whatever relationships this person's destroyed, if they're your soulmate. Kindness, bear card, if they're part of your, they understand you. And if they don't, then they're not a friend of yours. So overall, I feel like, this is someone in your friend group, or maybe a friend with benefits, something like this, a roommate, a relative. I feel like very few of you, none of you all have slept with this person. This person very much wants to sleep with you, or they've tried to sleep with you. You might have slept with them once, like they somehow cornered you somehow. Like they put you in an awkward position, maybe gave you oral, you know what I mean? Like there's something, they crossed the line, or you feel like they might want to sometimes. Some of you, they have crossed the line, some of you, they haven't. But overall, I feel like you're just kind of just not even dating. I feel like, in friends card, I feel like any of your passions are just personal things. And this person's fine with all of those. Basically, with your desires, the most unlikely friendships can form like figurative glitches on hard rock that create a tight bond. So you've made a tight bond with at least one other person in your life that is not this person. They're like the best friend that you feel this person to be, or you love and care and want this person to be. And I feel like this person is a good friend, but they're not really, they don't got your interests at heart. This other person, this one with the tight bond here, the soulmate, they do. The soldier card, they're tough, they're brave, they fight, they argue, they bear card, they attack, they protect and attack. 10 of Wands, they're like at a gate, ready to come out the gate and beat someone up and destroy someone. I feel like with card, they would with this person, they would beat this person up. This is funny. But overall, the octopus card, I feel like you might have a telepathic connection with this person. Kindness, they're very kind. That doesn't mean they're always kind. Harmony, you get along with them, they're kind to you, and I feel like if they've ever not been, they've been apologetic. I feel like they desire you passionately. They like you. This is like a friend on the side that doesn't want to let you know. I don't know. Work through your fears. I don't know. Remembrance. This is someone that would pop up and be like, hey, do you remember me? I don't know. I feel like you like this person. This person might have directly destroyed that, or fucked with that, or tried to fuck with that. Cheerfulness card. So overall, I feel like what you're desiring isn't necessarily a relationship. I feel like someone might be, or you might have in the past, but either way, it's not direct. But I feel like you'd be open to it, though. The rabbit card, I feel like you desire it. So I feel like you get triggered to desire something, whether it's a romantic partner or anything, a job, a career path, a gift for yourself, anything. bill. They always call me at the wrong time. But overall, there's a sense of making the peace, harmony. You want harmony with this person. This person's a good friend of yours. Maybe they're a relative. You can't just get rid of them. Something like this. Friends card, maybe you're just really good friends with them. You have to acknowledge that they do this. So that way, I don't know, you can socialize with anyone. If it's a relationship, you can kind of let them know that they're like that. And, you know what I mean? There's a sense of being able to work through the issue, right? By working through facing the fear that this person is terrible for you. I feel like if you're dating them, you really shouldn't be. You need to, I want to say, not be living with this person. Even if you're not dating with them, you need to somehow get away from this person. Okay, the child card. I have 3 child cards, and 2 of them popped out on the pile 2, and now the third one pops out here on pile 3, so maybe this is pile 2. But overall, the child card. I feel like this person's extremely immature, and I want to say you being immature with them is all they really want. They kind of just want to have fun with you and do fun things with you. They don't want you to ever really grow up. They want you to kind of stay like their friend. Like if this is like someone that was a teenager, like you guys were friends in high school or something, or friends early in life, or friends just for a long time. I feel like they want you to stay that childhood friend of theirs forever. But they grow up. They do plenty. They're doing everything. They're going out. They're dating. They have a wife. They have a kid, male or female. They have a spouse. They got a family. Remembrance. I feel like they forget about you often. Like this is someone that maybe forgets plans that you have with them. Like they're busy. They got a life. But they don't want you to do anything. But they want you on standby for them when they're not busy. Child card for when they want to misbehave, act immature, cheerful, have fun, cheers. You know what I mean? And I feel like, and you're all right with that, but you need to live your life. So overall, I feel like you need to start following your desires and stopping this person from stepping on them. I feel like basically don't let this person talk you out of things. That's all they try to do. I don't know. They try to talk you out of anything that you should be desiring and heading towards that's good for you. They might lead to you growing up. They're like, So that's why it might be hard for you to notice that it's covert. It's covertly coerced to keep you as their, like, childhood butt buddy. You know what I mean? Don't go off and do anything like this. You know what I mean? If this person is single, they're like Peter Pan, and they don't want you to grow up. They want you to stay on Neverland forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, something that's, and the octopus is looking for me. So this person, as I said, step out of your comfort zone. I feel like you have to gain independence from this person, and I feel like if you already have, you have to gain mental independence from this person, because they definitely got a spot. They got your ear. They got you. They got your angles. I feel like this person, if you listen to them, you trust them. So I feel like you have to trust that they do this to you too. They do look out for you, but they look out for them first and foremost. So overall, what can you do to help speed it up? I guess just take realizations of that. Harmony, don't argue with this person. Kindness, they're your friend, I feel like. But just stop letting them stop you. Stop letting them stop you. Stop letting them block you. Stop letting them. They're not going to be pushy. They're busy. They're not going to be pushy, but they're persuasive, and they are pushy with, like if you were to say you were dating someone, and they told you don't date that person, they're this, that, and the other, and then you still did date that person behind their back, maybe. They find out about it, they'd be like, what are you doing? I told you not to date that person. Oh my God, I told you it would happen. I told you this, that, and the other, that. Even if none of that shit's happening, they definitely will just, like, you know what I mean? This is like what I call being a bad psychic. Like, this person's not psychic at all, but they're definitely going to tell you how shit happens. I don't know. That's why I said they play on your fears. They're not psychic. They're playing on fears because they know you will. But overall, I feel like you just got to stop letting them. But you can still be friends with this person. I don't know. Even if they're an ex, I feel like you could be an ex and date people with this person. They're very sharing. Overall, they really like you in their life. So I feel like if they feel like they're gonna lose you, like you stand up to this person, like in a sense by just going off and doing what you want, like not saying bye to this person, but they realize that you took off on them, and they realize you're not around. They wouldn't want it to be like they cause you to go. They would definitely be like, no, wait. If it's them or if it's your passions and your desires or me, I'll help you. Don't get rid of me. This person really needs you. This person needs you in life. And they're the type to make you feel like you need them. And you might need them at times. They're your friend. But overall, you don't need them like that. They're not a life support, but they want you to feel this way. That way, you know what I mean? Because they don't want you to go nowhere. They don't want you to ever grow up, whoever this is. So this could even be a parent, and they're just trying to keep you in their house forever. Like the empty nest syndrome. They don't want you going nowhere. They have some fears. So overall, I feel like maybe study this person, learn their fears, so that you can avoid them from sabotaging yours, or you can help them work through their fears, depending on how much you care about this person. Like if this is a clingy mother, you can work with them. It's your mom, you know what I mean? You can't have it be about a relationship or a mom. Like that's crazy. There's got to be able to make that shit fit. So I feel like this person would be willing to make it work. You know what I mean? Something like this, because they would, I don't know. I feel like they would see it as, oh shit, you're doing what you want regardless. There's a sense of having them they have to realize that they don't have control over you. You have to break that illusion of them. I feel like you're just very peaceful and cheerful. I feel like you just go with the flow. So they're under some type of illusion that you listen to everything they say, and I feel like you don't. So I feel like you got to work through some fears, because this person will play on them, and you working through those fears will make this person see, oh crap, I don't have control over them. And then I feel like that'll help you even, maybe you'll meet somebody who helps you with your desires, helps you aim for them, talk about them, even find some that you didn't know you had. You find someone like this, and this person kind of gets put in the dust, remembrance. Don't forget about me type of thing. So they're not gonna like that. So I feel like, but they're gonna see that there's no power that they have over you. You demonstrate that you have your own power in life. Like they don't control you, and you work through a fear. This is self growth. So I feel like working through any fears, whenever you're stopped and you're afraid to do something, you're stressed, you're worried, you're catching anxiety, it's because you should be doing it. So take a break, take a pause, and I'm going to say maybe not talk to this person about it. They're just going to make you definitely not want to do it. They're going to play into it. But it's to keep you from doing anything good. It's to prevent you. It's to block you. It's to keep the blockage going. To break the blockage, you have to fight the fear. And I feel like that's going to help this person that I feel like you care about, or they care about you a lot, one or the other, or both. But there's no sex here. Like there's no relationship with this person. So it's like it's going to help that person grow too. Okay, so I feel like it's not going to tear anything apart either. I feel like that's your biggest concern. You're just trying to have a peaceful resolution here, but yet you're still trying to do your desires. But you don't want to just sit there and do nothing. But you don't want to lose your friend. Things like this. I feel like it happens naturally. But you have to directly take note of your fears, things that give you panic and stress, and just go for it. Trust that everything is good, especially if it's with another person that you get along with kindness. Whatever you do with that person, the bear card, they will never let anything happen to you. I feel like that person's an octopus, a bear, a soldier. That's why I said this person would protect and attack. I feel like there's no reasons to feel fear from that person or going and doing anything with that person. I feel like so they'll help you do things that you're afraid of. Like you could bring that person, and they're like Arnold Schwarzenegger while you're walking around doing whatever. They're gonna keep you safe while you do anything that you're trying to do, any desire. And I feel like this person actually desires you. So I feel like there's a chance you make deeds. But either way, I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you a great week. And I hope all your desires start to work out for you. I feel like most of it's just a person that's blocking it. A lot of you, it's like that mother figure, parental figure, whether it's like your friend or your parent or your spouse, something like this. They're trying to control you, so you have to show them kindly that they don't have the control. And I feel like then you can work on your fears, and your desires are going to come to you more easily. Okay, so you have a great day. Bye.